Tatiana Schlossberg, environmental journalist and granddaughter of JFK, dies at 35. Tatiana Schlossberg, an acclaimed environmental journalist and the granddaughter of President John F. Kennedy, has died at the age of 35, her family announced Tuesday. The John F. Kennedy Library Foundation shared a statement on social media saying, "Our beautiful Tatiana passed away this morning. She will always be in our hearts." Born on May 5, 1990, in Manhattan, Schlossberg was the daughter of Caroline Kennedy, former U.S. ambassador, author and daughter of President Kennedy and designer Edwin Schlossberg. She grew up immersed in both history and public service, later establishing her own distinguished career in journalism. Schlossberg reported on climate and environmental issues, including for the New York Times Science section, where her work brought attention to critical environmental challenges and policy impacts. She also contributed to major outlets and authored Inconspicuous Consumption, The Environmental Impact You Don't Know You Have, a book that won the Rachel Carson Environment Book Award in 2020. Her voice was known for blending scientific insight with accessible storytelling, a hallmark that made her work influential among both general readers and professionals in environmental fields. Her illness and public revelation. Schlossberg's health struggles began in May 2024, shortly after the birth of her second child. A routine check revealed an abnormally high white blood cell count, and she was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, AML, a rare and aggressive form of blood cancer with a mutation typically seen in older patients. In November 2025, she courageously shared her journey with the disease in a deeply personal essay titled, "A Battle with My Blood," in The New Yorker. In it, she recounted months of grueling treatment, including chemotherapy, 2 stem cell transplants, and participation in clinical trials, and the emotional toll of the diagnosis. Her doctor told her that they might be able to keep her alive for a year, maybe, underscoring the seriousness of her condition. In her essay, Schlossberg also grappled with the emotional impact on her family, particularly the fear that her children might not remember her. She reflected on her lifelong effort to be a good student and a good sister and a good daughter, and how her illness added a new tragedy to her family's life, a family already marked by historic losses. Her writing did not shy from difficult subjects. In the essay, she criticized public health policy shifts by her cousin, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., suggesting that cuts to research funding could harm patients like herself, a commentary that added a layer of personal urgency to broader policy debates. Tatiana Schlossberg is survived by her husband, George Moran, whom she married in 2017, and their 2 young children. She also leaves behind her parents, Caroline Kennedy and Edwin Schlossberg, and her siblings Rose and Jack Schlossberg. Her death marks a solemn moment in a Kennedy family's long and often tragic history, recalling both the loss of her grandfather in 1963 and other family members in later years. Yet, for many, Schlossberg's legacy will live on not only through her lineage, but through her impactful work that raised awareness about urgent issues facing the planet and future generations.